Hi, Mark Bruno with PrintingNews.com and Printing News. We're here at GRAPH EXPO in Chicago, day 3 of the show. And with us right now this afternoon is Frank Cannata. Welcome, Frank.
Thank you.
Frank is the president and publisher and the man at the Cannata Report, which is a monthly dealer publication in the industry. And Frank, we just wanted to talk a little bit and get your take on the show so far. We're almost at the end of day 3. How do you think the show is panning out as far as attendance and foot traffic?
Well, I'll tell you, when it comes to attendance, I don't have a real good feel for these shows, because anytime I come up with a number, it's wrong. So I like to stay away from that one. It seems well attended, but what I've noticed is there are some areas where there are a load of people, and some areas there's nobody. So it's kind of uneven. That was my sense of it, but it's relevant because there are things where there's a crowd. There's a reason there's a crowd. Yeah.
Have you had a chance to kind of walk around on the floor? And
oh yes.
Anything technology-wise stand out, so far for you?
Well, we kind of made a focus of this show to really take a hard look at all the organizations that are involved in industrial printers. EFI, HP, Canon, Konica Minolta. We've spent most of our time with those people and looking at those types of products.
And so far, have you seen some interesting applications?
Oh yeah, I'll tell you, it's been a real educational experience, and I'm very appreciative of the companies who were so patient with us in terms of just bringing us up to speed, because a lot of things we just didn't know. And I have to say that this show has been great for us from just pure learning experience.
Next year the show is moving to Orlando, as you know. Are there things in your mind, Frank, that can be done either by the show company or the industry in general to kind of get a little bit more buzz, kind of increase the vitality of the show and looking forward to the show, to get people to want to go?
Well, I think you have. I can think of the channel that I cover as an example. That's a very vital channel. Probably the most cost-effective way to bring print engines to a customer. I've seen them do this for years on all different kinds of products, primarily in the office. But more and more of them, I would say over the course of the last 5 to 7 years, has been moving into the production print space and doing a pretty good job. And I think they're ready to take the next step. So in terms of, how do I get more of these guys here? I just think that a conscious effort has to be made. There's organizations within the channel where dealers are members. Reach out to them and say, we've got a great show coming up. In most cases, the companies I just mentioned are suppliers of those same dealers, and say, the people that you do business with, the people you buy equipment from, are going to be there. I think you're going to want to see it. And also get those other companies to buy into that message. Frankly, I'm disappointed that companies would stage events that would keep dealers away from here. And 2 of them did.
What types of events are we talking about?
Well, one company had a dealer incentive trip this week. So all the people you would really really would want here, they're off having a wonderful time, which is great. They've earned it. I'm not saying they shouldn't go.
It's just poor timing.
Yeah, poor timing. And I think another one had a major event in New York City just last week. So everything that's here in terms of their equipment, we saw last week in New York.
Right.
So you know what that leads to. People say, well, why do I go? If that's my main supplier.
So Frank, elaborate a little bit more on why you're so bullish on the dealer community being at the show and increasing the attendance.
Well, we've made a concerted effort to learn about the commercial printers and understand what their needs are, get a better feel for their business, what's paramount to them and what's critical to their success. And what I've experienced is they're asking for things that I know the dealer channel delivers on a daily basis to their existing customers. And I see no reason why that can translate into selling things like industrial printers. I'll give you an example. One of the printers we talked to, made a huge investment in equipment. I mean, because these things are not inexpensive. And I said to him, what was good, what was bad? Oh, he loves the product. They're doing wonderfully with it. Wish they could find some ways to kind of consolidate the costs so he pays one bill instead of 4 different bills, that type of thing. But it was interesting to me that he noted a lack of responsiveness. And that is not untypical of when you direct sell something. Mm-hmm. It's a corporation. So a customer has a specific need, and generally when it's a specific need, it's a problem. Direct operations react very slowly because by the nature of their organization, they got to get sign-offs, and it takes time.
Right.
It's not that they're in a, they're not good at what they do. It's just the nature of the beast. Whereas a dealer, he can make a decision in 20 seconds, because it'll go right to the main man. He'll say, "Do it," and invariably because their sole premise for being in business is to satisfy the customer.
Yeah.
Because it's an annuity business. You don't satisfy the customer, you don't get the annuity.
Right, right.
So I see them doing extremely well in this space.